But when you get around people that think the right way, it just happens to you,
Yeah,
right?
but it's so important.
It just happens.
Hey, welcome back to Unlock Your Mind. I'm here with the one and only Mr. Andre Pennington. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great, bro.
Good. Hey, so today is a good topic, right? We're around a lot of successful people, right? We're them ourselves. But how do we define what a true leader is? How do we actually know, right? Because we see things, you see money, you see cars, we see houses, we see all this stuff. But what's like the definition of that now that you're a true leader? So what would you say that is? Like how I know we read stuff and it's out there, but what would you define now you're actually this person's a leader, not just someone making a bunch of money? What would you think?
In my mind, it's what's happening to the people around you.
Oh.
Right? Like who's in your ecosystem, who's in your company, and are they winning like you're winning?
Boom.
It's that simple.
So we would say then, and this is good for the out there, right? For everyone. So, because we have a lot of wealthy friends, and we're proud of them, right? They do great, right? But I said something to you off camera. I was like, man, these last couple of weeks, because we've been having some good conversations off the camera, like our purpose and what's going on. I mean, dude, you're what, 44? I'm 43, right? I'm younger. Anyway,
I'm about to be 45.
I know it's right around the corner. I know the birthday's around the corner. No, but dude, we're in our young 40s, right? And we've been successful. We've done a lot of stuff, but like we're examining, like our conversations are getting deeper. I literally got off the phone the other day with you. And I told my wife, I was like, dude, I think we're getting old, dude. Like we're talking way deeper. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're having like when me and you talk alone, when no one's around, no one even knows these conversations, right? They get deep and we're self-analyzing ourselves and and different things, right? I was like, God, I feel like, dude, I used to make fun of people like this. Anyway, but all seriousness, one of the things that keeps coming back is, God's blessing us with these massive ecosystems, right? Like obviously, you own Universal Wealth, right? Which is the company that we own and operate. And then you have, we have different divisions in it, and we have this distribution division that just keeps growing by the weeds. And it's crazy every day, more coming in. And all different walks of life, right? Like all different walks of life, background, stay-at-home moms, all this. And we're moving so fast all the time. Sometimes we don't stop and realize like what's the impact. So, I know you've had the company for 3-4 years, right? We're going that time, but we've really only brought in this distribution channel part of it since really October after getting everyone contracted, right? So October we say, hey, we're going to open the door to allow anyone integrity, some drive, some heart, right? We're going to have you come in the ecosystem and we'll give you a shot like we've had shots in our life. Right? Little ones, right? Like, hey, I mean, I don't know if going to law school is a shot, but you called your own shot, right?
Hey, it felt like a shot to me.
But we've all been given these opportunities where we can win, right? So we both had this heart to say, man, we said this off camera, like we could just stop everything, use our brains that we know and just go get super wealthy and just be like, peace out, our families are good, but there's something that keeps pulling us back to like give back, right? Talk on that real quick, because we need to talk off camera about this a lot, right, dude? Let's just be real for a minute. We intersected a few years ago, right? We got together and started doing it, and you're already making millions, right? You were doing fine, right? And then obviously it just expanded. And you always say this thing like there's this thing tugging at me to turn around and pull back. Like you didn't have to do that, but I know the way you grew up, and we'd see people go back and watch the show. We're not gonna get into the whole life story, but you know what it's like to not have and then have. But let's start there real quick, and then I want to talk about because I think this is the reason. I'm gonna go over some quick stats, right? And I'll just tell you, for me, starting from ground zero, I'm not talking companies that merge or I've been doing this for 30 years and I'm talking from scratch, what we've seen people do in our ecosystem. It's pretty crazy, but what's that thing inside of you with that turn back? Like what made you say, all right, man, I'm going to go now and turn around, and which is a lot harder, by the way. It's hard to help people win and do different things instead of just take the wealth and run off. Like what was that? What's pulling at you?
It's kind of like one of these things where once you get in the room, the feeling at the end was like, that's it. Like,
oh my God,
that's all they know, right? And
I feel that so much, dude.
Right? It's like once you get in the room, you're like, oh, that's not the smartest guy in the world.
Dude.
Right. So each time that happened for me, whether it's, graduating law school, passing the bar, being part of an attorney's office, being around military officers and so forth, being around multi-millionaires and even billionaires, you're like, that's it, huh? And the thing is like, it's a fake barrier.
Ugh.
So I had to start with the mindset that we're about to talk about, like no money mindset. And it's like, well, I want to build myself into something. Well, the distance felt impossible.
Yes.
Just to go to school, it felt impossible.
Yep.
Right? And then you get there, and it's like, oh, I would have graduated 100 out of 100 times.
Yes.
Right? So for me, it's like, I wish somebody would have told me. Right? So the way I think you are and I am, it's like, if we wish we had it, we become that.
Yes.
Right? I want to become that.
Yes.
So it's like, I'm going to tell you how easy this is. Right?
Yes.
When you get the formula correct.
Fact.
Right? And that's what's happening in the ecosystem right now.
Dude, it's
right.
crazy.
Would you agree with that?
Dude, 100%. And I think you're saying something that's important. And man, I it's funny, man. You start these shows, I didn't expect it to go this way, but something's pulling me, and it's so important. Dude, it's crazy when you say, because I need people to understand today the difference between wealth and rich. And this is very important because I've been in a lot of rich rooms. You can only talk about cars and houses for so long. I mean, seriously, like look at yours, look at mine. And I've been around a lot of people. That's the whole conversation. There's no wealth. There's no talking about creation. It's just, we all joke around. We have a couple drinks. Everyone's like, look at this, look at this. It's like a prance around party. Everyone kind of shows off and then it's over. And I'm like, that was lame. I'm beyond like, there's no, then you get around wealthy people and you're in the room and they're not talking. You're walking in their mansion. You're walking in their stuff, but they're not even talking about that. They're talking about the business or changing the community or certain things
how they're changing the world.
How they're changing it. And I think something for me and you, it's crazy. We grew up so different, but the some of the way we feel it pulls us. I feel similarities, like wanting to be someone, want to leave a legacy, standing up for people. Like we both had. Now your reason for standing up for people was different than what I want to stand up for people, but we have these core values, and it comes back to the word legacy for me. Like, dude, going and having all this money and getting rich and doing everything which you could do in a thing, like if you don't build a legacy or leave an imprint, like I used to listen to Martin Luther King. I used to listen to that all the time. He left a legacy. Like people, he's been dead for so long and people still talk about him because of the impact that he had. Like that's what I feel pulled like through Universal, what we're trying to build. Like when we're not here anymore, like we're talking like grandpas right now, but we're not actually grandpas yet, right? We're talking like, but dude, wait till we're 60.
Hopefully not.
Not for a long time, no grandpa, right? No grandpa. But think about it, 20 years from now, we're going to be 65 and 64. And I want to turn around and look and be like, holy crap, look at all the change that we made. And I need people to wake up real quick. And I need us both to hear this, dude. How is Elon Musk, who is not a politician, running divisions in the government right now? Andre, he's only 53. And 10 years from now, we are going to be literally two entrepreneurs making decisions for the whole world. They're giving us the lane. We just said something. We see it. We can go get it. I don't know why that's pulling at my heart. I went and looked up his age. I'm like, okay, for the same age, I'm kind of screwed. But it's 10 years from now. And 10 years from now, they're setting a groundwork that these guys aren't even politicians. They were never elected and they're running stuff. This whole world's about to change, right? So what I want to get on is, and I'm going to say these numbers real quick, and I want people just to understand today, I want you to, if you're watching the show, I want you to think about this real quick, okay? So before I say the numbers, I want you to sit back and I want you to think of a couple things. First of all, what do you currently make at what you're doing? Like when you're at work, what do you currently make? But then I want you to stop for a minute and say, what did you start at? Okay, where did you start when you started? And how long did it get you to get where you're at now? Like how much to get to the income? And from the time you started, now this stat shows 84% of who we're speaking to right now in this virtual world we're about to be in. And I love this thing, right? I feel like, am I talking to Indiana? Am I talking to Michigan? I don't know. But
Alaska,
Alaska, Hawaii, right? I'm like, I love this, dude. Like I was quartered out there at the house, and I'm like, bro, it's so weird. Anyone can click it, and you don't know where they're watching from. Like I don't know what, dude. Something's just been turned in my soul, man. Like there could be a 12-year-old kid that turns this on. He's like, I want to be like those dudes. Man, that's what I want. Like, anyway, sorry, just thought it was cool. Dude, you were at the car wash the other day, and someone that's in our company, it's getting so damn big, was like, hey, I know you guys. We're like, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm inside your Universal Wealth team. We're like, what the? You're like, it's crazy.
Yeah, we were on the phone. You were on what speaker? Not speaker.
Bluetooth,
Bluetooth. Yeah, you were on Bluetooth. Yeah. And he asked me, hey, was that Jason Beauvais? I was like, it caught me so off guard.
Just two dudes, right? But 84% of households are making between 50,000 and 79,000, right? Bro, so we brought distribution over, right? We started to build this outlet in our company, which all that means is literally you can come in here, you don't need a license, you don't need a degree. You come into our ecosystem, we train you. It doesn't cost to get started. You have to get licensed. We show you all that. But you come in with your prior experience, and then we help train you to learn how to do all this, right? So just so you understand what that means when I'm saying come into the ecosystem. So since October till now, we have 12 people that added 50,000 extra additional money part-time into their life. So if someone came with us and they're making 30, they now make 80. 4 months in.
Yeah.
Right? Someone's making 50, now at 100.
Take that impact in for a minute, though, right? Like, what did we say about being a leader?
Are the way you know you're a leader, if other people around you, are they winning?
Yeah.
How are they leveling up their lives?
Exactly. And you asked a question to the listeners. You said, what are you making? And the whole time I was thinking, what are you sacrificing? What are you making? And what are you sacrificing to have that, right? And I think the quality of these 12 people is this is something they do part-time mostly.
Part-time.
Right? Around their family activities.
And their job.
Their job.
But bro, it's crazy to me because we've had this idea, bro. I met you years ago. And then it formulates over time. And then we're like, dude, we should kind of combine our strengths together. And we've been talking about it. And then you go out and use your strength and create universal wealth. And you start building, we're doing this the right way. We're righting wrongs. We're going to do all, and you build the foundation on it. And then 2 years later, we team up and say, let's do it all.
Yeah.
Like no one's doing it, but let's do it. Oh my God, it's been an awesome trip. Wait. Let's just do something no one else has done.
I love how we're skipping over all the steps. Like it was that easy.
But what's crazy though, we literally said to each other the other night, man, it's crazy because there's no one we can go to ask for advice because no one's done it. And when you do that, you know something big's coming, right? So I want you guys to think about October. You're on the screen. In October, you come in with us. You have no background experience. You've never learned anything. You don't understand financial services, which is the company we own. You don't know the first thing about it. You come in, you learn from this great mind. You learn from my great mind. We have great leadership within the company. You just learn the basics. In October, and within 4 months, you add $50,000 into your family with no knowledge when you started. Bro,
it's insane.
Bro, when I got out of the military, I'm going back to 06 now because we're talking 06, right? I get out of the military. My first job's at University of Phoenix, and I have a college degree, by the way. They're hiring at $28,000 a year coming out of the military. And I'm like, all right, they can't use my military experience. They can't even translate on a resume because I don't know what you just did. And they're like, start at 28, work here 6 months, we'll move you to 33. And then every 6 months, you can get a 20% raise. Bro, I got to 54,000 after 2.5 years because I had to go on their marker. If they would have said you can make 50,000 tomorrow, I would have probably had the next day because I was hungry. But that's how the marker went. And I'm sitting there going like, man, like when I hit 50, I was like, okay, I'm making, and then you go to 100. And I'm like, but it's crazy. And people did it part-time around what we're teaching. These principles on the show are universal. I know, God, that was stupid. But you know what I'm saying? Like they attach to everything. But if you're inside of our ecosystem, you get tripled, you get 10 times down on it because you're not only are we talking to you in the atmosphere, you're in our ecosystem, you get it all the time. And then this actually blows my mind. Bro, in the same time frame, we have 6 people went over 100,000. Bro, and this is the truth. I was at my job for 10 years and I got to 98,000. Then if I got like a little stipend or something, I get right over it. But you had to get the stipend. But bro, after 10 years of being there, because the way the system was set up, not me, I was a dog, bro. That's where I got to. I never cracked it in corporate America ever. Bro, 6 people, and there's tons coming.
Since October.
Since October. That's not even, I don't know what that even is in math. I suck at math. 4 months divided, 20 grand a month. Dude, only 17% of the nation right now, currently, as an individual, is making over 100 grand. That means 83% of the nation, as a person, not a household, a person, doesn't make over 100 grand. And we have people literally doing it, and we've 4 months. 3 people over 150. That puts them in the 90th percentile in 4 months. What's 150 divided? Someone help me. What's 150 divided by 12? We got guys off camera. What's up, Marcus Upley?
It's like 10,000 some change.
150 divided by 4, I mean? By 4, I mean. Sorry.
Oh, before.
By 4. Sorry, my bad. What's 150 divided by 4? 37,000. Bro, I'm going to call all my boys when I'm done and make you watch this and say, when did you make $37,000 a month? You're a dog, but you ain't making it. The work ain't never going to pay you. Okay. Then we have 2 people right at 250,000. Let's just right under, right? That's, I can't even read this. 12% of households, 12% of the whole world make 200 grand or more. 200 grand.
A year though.
A year. So what's 200 grand divided by 4?
Or is it multiplied by 4?
No, divided, because we're going to see how they made.
Oh.
What's 250 divided by 4?
It's about 60. Hey, take that in for a minute, though.
I just did. But I don't think you listen. Okay, Dre, all seriousness for a minute. And I know this is hard when we start, but I want you for 1 second, because you're good at this. I need you to go back and be like, because I want to talk to someone. Guys, they just started in this industry. So I want to go back to when we just started industry, not where we're at today. These people came in with no experience. Okay. Now maybe the guys at 250, they've been around for a year.
One of them was a stay-at-home mom.
Yes. So I want you to think this. You graduate law school. What was your first annual income? Honestly, coming out of law school, what did they pay you?
I think it was 43,000.
Okay, 43,000 for the year. Tell me how you were allowed to make more than 43,000.
I worked. Here's the truth. There was nobody who was working harder for that 43,000 in the world.
Yes,
I was working 70 hours a week, and a raise was not.
Not even there.
It wasn't even a possibility.
So 70 hours a week, and you were never going to make more than 40. I don't care if you worked every hour, every possible week. You were never going to do it, right? Then you got your what was the next level? Let's say you moved like the next day.
Yeah, so I bumped up divisions. I want to say it was like 55.
55. And bro, I know.
But then to get this, so then I joined the military. Well, no, it actually went up a little bit more. Like maybe it was like 62. I thought I was killing it, man.
Yes. But here's the part I want to touch on. Bro, I know you right now, and I know you are working the same way you work right now back then.
Exactly.
And they said your worth is 60,000 because that's what it pays the position, not the person.
Exactly.
When you get in our ecosystem,
ooh, I like that.
This is very important. When you get in our ecosystem, we have created this. And dude, I'm not even talking about you actually understand this industry and getting on the professional side of what we do in times of that. And it doesn't mean you have to have a professional designation. I'm talking your mind, because you're out there, guys. You're listening to this, can capture that level of information. I'm talking just the basics today, the basics, right? We built a comp grid, and we have an ecosystem that pays the person, not the position. This is the game changer within what we've done. Mm-hmm. And to have a stay-at-home mom, 250, to have electricians that were over there making that, to have just all different walks. I want to get into all the walks. I think the biggest part I want to say, and I want to tell you I'm proud of you, because I know we worked super hard. And when you went first to go over and do Universal Wealth, you had your law firm, you had Universal Wealth. At that moment of time, you were building it, and you were building an ecosystem, and it was you building it. Mm. And then you were like, you know what? I'm going to turn back around. And you knew my passion of distribution. Mm. And you said, you never had to do that. Bro, you didn't have to do that. If you just take your portion of Universal Wealth and what you do, and not just you have the team around you. I'm talking your part of, I call it one of the divisions we have in our big company. Bro, I think it's a multi-millionaire going on to, it's going to be a $1 billion company fast. That itself was just going there, right? You saying, I'm going to turn around, and obviously we love each other, we're brothers, and you just know I'm crazy about this part of what this is, right? And allowing this to all come together, bro, like we are going to create billionaires. We just joked about Elon Musk losing 22 billion, which doesn't make any sense. We don't know how that actually works because where did it go? But like, I believe with what God did to us and put us together and letting this whole thing just flow, which is new for us, bro. We're trying to all both figure it out as we're doing it because we're both savages, bro. So it's like a new world, but we already know what our destiny. Money isn't even the thing. Money will be something when we joke about Elon Musk lost 22 billion, and we're all, what does that even mean? The guy's freaking like builds robots. But I think in this next 10 years, I've been thinking, I don't know why, everything's in fives. So it's five year, right? We're in this wealth transfer for the next 20 years. 2045 is the end of their quote wealth transfer. And then there's going to be next generations. But I'm like, dude, what is this going to look like in 2045? Like what? And then not just what we're going to look like, because we already know, bro, we are going to create billionaires. I firmly believe it in my soul. Someone's going to come through our ecosystem. We're going to be $1 trillion company plus. You're going to create a billionaire in there. We know our destiny. I'm saying people are going to become a billionaire around us. I want you, and who, I don't know. You could be watching right now. You're like, what the hell are they talking about? Go to universalwealth.com. Go start looking up our stuff, right? Universal Wealth Manager, universalwealth.com. Hit us up in the comments. Like, all you gotta do is comment. I want to check out. Let me see what your company's about. We'll jump on. We'll talk to you. We have enough agents. But I'm telling you, I woke up this morning and God was like, I don't know if we're just not good at calling to action. I don't know if we just don't really want to talk about our company that much. I don't know which one it is. But he's like, you better tell more people because those numbers, I don't know if you could comprehend it. That's ridiculous what's happening. And I'm talking, you got two dudes that are like, hey, we're doing something no one's ever done. So most of our day is in creation mode. And this thing's all happening because of the system and ecosystem. Dude, this next 6 months, we're going to sit here and say, we have 75 people that made $100,000 in 3 months. Months, not year, months, right? By the end of the year, we're going to be like, we created our first millionaire, first 5 millionaires, first 10 millionaires from scratch. From scratch, dude. Like no one at work watching this now is going to become a millionaire starting from zero in the next 12 months. And here's the deal, being in a company that we teach you integrity. We tell you to stay home and take care of your family, right? Are we perfect? Hell no. Do we strive to be best? Yes. Be with your family. Be a good person. Don't cheat people. Right wrongs. Hey, now you can go get in a company that looks like us. Oh, there's a lot of lookalikes. Oh, they look cute. They're so cute. They're the lookalikes, right? But they don't have this division. So they're not us. I don't even need to get into this. They don't have this other part. They tell you they do. They don't. They don't own an investment side of the house. Nope, they don't got it. They say we're not going to do our securities license anymore because we don't want to do that side of the house. So you're just not going to help the other side of the portfolio. So you're there just to make money. That's cute, right? So investment firm, professional arm of the whole company that is led by we don't have a professional arm. We have the professional running the professional arm. This is the part they don't understand. Right. They're like, yeah, I have a division. You hired some dude off the street. They don't even understand it. The guy creating the brain trust of the professional arm is sitting in the chair to the right of me. He is the professional arm. The dude that is distribution is screaming at you right now. I run the whole damn thing. Like we're not like subbing this out. We're in the game. There's nobody even remotely close that is in financial services that is even on the same planet as we are right now. And I just don't know I don't understand this too well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you're supposed to be like at the bottom, put a ticker, and then I don't know this world. All I know is this.
Matter.
This get in our ecosystem, fool. Like get in the game. Put a comment in. I'm gonna try this. I don't know. Put me in the game. Put that in the comments. Put me in the game, and we will reach out to you, and we could show you what we do. If it works for you, great. If not, no big deal. Get on a Zoom for 15 minutes. We'll explain what we do. If you like it, great. If not, no big deal. That's it. We're done. That's as simple as it's going to be. Jump on. We explain it. But put me in the game. Yeah. That's what I want. Put me in the game. You know why? Bro, nobody, and I don't care what anyone says sitting here today, could have measured the heart of the champion we had inside of both of us. Nobody. No. There's no degree. Yes, do you have all that? Of course you do. That's the path you have. Bro, I don't look at any of those things. I'm like, they're like, he's a lawyer. No, he's not. He's top 1,000 company. He's number one. That's just a stupid report. That's just mathematically stupid. Okay. Right. Anyway, that's what I say. This is if I make up myself. He's number one. Okay. I think Esquire means your attorney, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that actually means he's one. That's a real one. Okay. But they say all these and I'm like, no, he's not. I say this to them all the time. I was like, this dude is an entrepreneur. He just happens to have
That's a fact.
all that stuff around him. Everyone keeps missing it. He's the best he's an amazing estate planning attorney. He's just good at what he does. He's also very good at wealth preservation. He's good at asset protection. He's good at also being a dad and pushing his son Jaden at 18 years old to be better than he was yesterday. Like he's an entrepreneur. It's wealth creation. If I talk about myself real quick, it's the same thing. They're like, oh, he's in insurance. No, I'm not, fool. I'm an entrepreneur. I love creation. I love watching people win. I love leading people. Like that is what this is about. There is not another company on the planet in 2025 that is going to be able to give you what we give you in, dude, our heart and soul is we put everything into what we have. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes the big bad wolf over here, just the way it comes out of him, I'm being serious for a minute. No. But the way it comes out, people don't understand it. They get, why is he?
Let me say something.
This is so important.
Right? It's because
Put me in the game. You better post it. If not one person says put me in the game, I'm ending our podcast. I'm canceling podcast. I'm kidding.
Hey, they're going to do it now. But,
I know, I'm just saying.
On that note, it's like you're showing that, and I actually do believe this. Money's not real. It's an energy. It's a mindset. Like that's what I learned, right? We think everybody's the smartest. We think they have extra talents. We think, like we were talking about this the other day, and you were literally like, I wake up at 3:00 in the morning, and by 8:00, when people are just getting started, I've already worked a full day.
Yes.
Right? Like that's behind the scenes, right? Like I forgot to text you good night when you were getting up, but that's how late I was up.
Exactly.
Right? But my point is, when you get around us, what you're going to see is we're average people.
Dude,
like you.
Average.
We have these extra results by doing things in a certain way.
Yes.
But when you get around people that think the right way, it just happens to you.
Yeah,
right?
But it's so important.
It just happens.
Bro. Text, post, whatever is a comment. I'm saying the wrong word. Comment, put me in the game. Dude, I told this dude the day I met him. I said, dude, I don't know what it is, but you have an anointing on your life to do something big. He was supposed to be African-American. It wouldn't work if he was white. I'm just playing a little bit, but I tell him this. I'm being real with you guys for a minute.
I could do it if I was white.
He
what
could.
Are you talking
I'm
about?
just kidding. But listen to me, and I'm kidding. But you guys will learn our relationship very fast. But I'm telling you, there's something. The way his brain moves and works, he's gonna do. I've told him this since the day I met him. You're gonna do something big, right? And he needs to look a little different, talk a little different, be a little different to make it happen. Okay. In the world that we're in, the money game, the reality is the way it's ran right now, it's ran a certain way. I'm going to leave it alone. But the reality is this. But what is in our brains and our heart and our passion, this young man sat in front of people that everyone's looking up to in the world. And I'm not going to name drop to them and be very respectful. And they had the opportunity. They couldn't even see it. And it was in front of their face because all they wanted was a couple, $100,000, $150,000 to say, come, let me coach you. And they didn't realize that if they would have just looked at his eyeballs and put him in their ecosystem, he would have made them a billionaire in 5 minutes. With the group that these people that are following are thinking something. But I'm telling you, if you can't look in the eye, it took me one break room visit. In a time when I was in 2018, not even understanding what this industry was, to sit and look at him for 2 seconds and listen to him speak and watch how he carried himself and said, I need to stay connected to this dude. I had no idea we were going to get into business down the road and everything else. A true champion can look in the eyes of another one and know it right away. They know it right away. And what I'm telling you is, this is not about us. And one day you're going to figure it out. Yes, do we talk about some stuff and do we share what we have? Are you going to go on his Instagram handle? Is that what you say, handle? Handle Andre, I don't know how this stuff works.
Andre Pennington.
Yeah, that's his
on
handle.
IG.
I'm like, I thought, is it called handle?
It's called a handle.
I thought it was Handles like ice cream. I like that place. Right? But anyway, so whatever. You're going to go up there and you're going to see the house. You're going to see the cars. You're going to see, and that's cool. And if that what you need to see to say, put me in the game, coach, say it. But when you sit down with us,
hey, real quick,
just gave
real
us
quick on
Go
that.
ahead.
And that's the only reason you see it, by the way. Like, I don't care anything about that.
Dude, I know you don't even talk
I
about it.
want, if that's what inspires you, look at it and make a positive action towards your growth.
That's it.
Right? Get in our ecosystem. We've created a wealth generating machine. We weren't trying to create an insurance company or a financial services or a law company. We created a wealth generation machine that when other people plug into, they generate wealth.
That's it. That is the best line I've ever heard you say. And it's the truth. We're going to end on that. A wealth generating machine. God,
love it.
And you said you were tired this morning. You weren't tired. You just didn't go to bed. Like your sleep schedule's like the way you go. But listen, a wealth generating machine for you and your family, not for us. Guys, we're already wealthy. We're not going to stop being wealthy. Don't stop being wealthy. Oh, we're done being wealthy now. That's not what it is. It's a wealth generating machine for you. I thank you for saying that. That came from God. All right. If you what's the thing? What is it? Put me in, coach. You can even say coach if you want to like coach, right? Put me in the game. 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 It's all you got to write. We'll have someone on our team reach out to you. We will show you how to get an ecosystem. We do not charge to get our ecosystem. We will teach you how to build wealth for your family in the wealth
generating machine.
Let's go, baby. Oh, that's so good. Let's go.